Greetings, Minecrafters! Nonsanity here, and welcome to episode 17 of my Primus Unabridged series. Today, I'm going to do a little bit more Witchery. Yeah, you wouldn't have thought so from the last episode, but I did do one thing that I sort of like, so I'm going to start with that and see where we go from there. So, let's get started. Alright, so what is this new thing I've got here? Well, let's go down below and around the corner to where I've got the Witchery area over here. Not much has changed, a little bit. But I've got something new down here. And I've got one. I'm going to build another one and show you what this is doing. Nope, nothing since I cleaned it out. Let's just go ahead and build it, and then I'll show you what it's doing. Because there's something going on in that box. And don't you want to know what it is? Alright, so, you might already have guessed, since this is Witchery, and if you know it, well, you know it. So I'm basically going to do the same thing I've got over there, except I'm not going to connect this part up. I'll wait so that it's not running until I'm ready for it to run. Piston there. So you see I've got a repeater from Blue Power with a 8-tick delay, you can see up in Wayla. And that's lighting up this little bit of redstone conduit, which is powering this open blocks placer. But first the clock is powering the piston. So it powers the piston, and 8 ticks later it powers the block placer. You can see it pushes up cobble and places a new one down. Pretty straightforward. Where's the cobble going? Well, that'll be the next. So let's finish making this. I'm going to put something there. Placeholder. Block placer. Put down its bit of conduit like that. Over here I've got a cobble generator with I just stuck a stack of these world interaction upgrades. Don't need that many. So I might as well take them out now and just have 2 in there. Why not? I had lots of extras, so it's not a problem. But let's connect up. There we go. And set this to insert. So now this should be filling up with cobble, because I've got a lot in the buffer here. So that's ready to start placing as soon as it starts getting a redstone signal. I'm going to put the repeater on the back wall here. And depending on which... Thorgal left. Where you're exactly looking depends on where it's putting out the signal. I want it to the top. And 8 ticks. So now if I don't want to drop it in there yet because it'll start spitting out a column of cobblestone, and I want it to stop here. So I put a block of obsidian. Alright, now we can put this down. There it went. See, it pushes the cobblestone up, puts out another one. So this gives us a column of cobblestone that is never ending. Very handy. But what for? I'll put down the next layer here. Oh, the fan is pushing me a little bit. And I'm going to get out my Thaumcraft wand with a warding foci on it. Alright, see where we're going? You might be able to see where we're going with this. Up there, I'm going to put a piece of fence. Oh, and one more here. I'm going to protect that, and I'm going to protect the obsidian as well. So that is what the interior of the chamber is like. And I'm going to put a wall as the next layer. Just a solid wall of... I'm using compressed cobblestone. Why? Because it looks a little bit sturdier, and it reminds me which of these blocks are protected. There we go. Alright. All protected. Because what do we have inside? A hobgoblin. And he is digging up that bit of cobblestone just repeatedly over and over and over again. Because every now and then when they do that, it drops a little bit of... Nope, of course it doesn't have any to show me. koboldite dust. And you can see I've got 210 koboldite dust. Because I had this running for a couple days, I guess. 2 days? 3 days? And I had 3 of these guys running in a different version of this. I've simplified it and fixed some of the bugs. Problem was they were kept dying because they would wander into that space and then would push up a block and it wouldn't push them out and they'd suffocate and die. That's what the fan on the back is for, and I forgot to add the fan to this one. It doesn't really need to be protected. Actually, the other one isn't, so it's not. Put down the fan, has to be in this direction. And if I put this in between, it'll power both of them. That'll save me a lever, why not? Alright, so that should be blowing, and it is. That keeps the guy from getting too close to the cobblestone. Now I've got 2 more. I only have 2 more of these guys. So let's pop him down. Let's link him to that post. Oh, and he needs a pick. Got another iron pickaxe. Toss that out. Oh, magnet. Toss that down to him. He got it. No, he didn't. Works better if I'm standing in here and I toss it that way. No. There, he got it. Alright, now he's digging too. I can keep adding more of these for as many kobolds as I've got. And they should produce more koboldite dust. Slowly, but surely. This is one of those things you just set up and you walk away, and as I said, it did pretty good. I've got quite a bit of this stuff. Over 3 stacks. Now if I do that, no. Oh, to convert it. Do you deal with the kobolds? I vaguely remember how to go about converting it. Oh, I just took his pickaxe away from him. Can I talk to him? No. And now he's not going to take the pick. Get the pick. Get the pick. Get the pick. Get the pick. There, you got it. Alright. Alright, you do trade with the kobolds, but they have to have a house. So I built this little 3x3 basic miniature shack. The fence so the the hobgoblin doesn't wander away. Dropped him outside here and he went in. And now he will trade. So I just need some gold nuggets. Nuggets. Oh, and if you ever have trouble getting them into a safari net, use the gun. Since they do have the trading code in them, even though it's not always active, they just need that safari gun to pick them up. And then you're good to go. So I cannot trade with him. Oh, I can. He's already, even though he hasn't gone inside, he does like his house. So, what is he? No longer wants to trade? Oh. Now he wants bars of gold. Alright, well that's okay. I got more of those anyway. And get more of my... Get another half stack here. Alright, so gold, dust. You can have a different trade? Nope, that's it. Alright. So, I didn't get that many of these nuggets for all that work. I got... Oh, that's right. You have to trade to get those up? Really? Ah, there we go. Emeralds. Emeralds. Whoops. So, 9 of those. Wow. 3 stacks. Well, let me get some more here. Koboldite. do the last of the trading I can do with them. Okay. And then, actually, that was probably better. Yeah, it's a little bit better to do it that way. Oh, but I don't have enough to make a third. Wow, all that koboldite, and I still don't have enough to get 3 ingots. Yeah, it takes a while. Oh, and he turns gold into emeralds. Interesting. So, yeah, I'm going to have to let it run for a bit before I can get more koboldite, because I think I need 3 for the pentacle. 4 for the pentacle. And 4 nuggets. Twisting band disorients observers. And the koboldite pickaxe. Oh, and the statue of the hobgoblin patron. Yes, do that, and I think they'll worship me. And I forget what that gets me, but that gets me something, I'm sure. Alright, well, I'll just leave him here. That way I can trade with him whenever I need to. I got a little Christmas present from the Armorer's Workshop mod. A little doll of myself. He come out? Yeah, he came out. Thought I heard the door. Alright, so that is how I'm going to increase my koboldite. Ah, I got some more dust while we were up there. It'll still be a while before I've got enough for another ingot. So, we'll come back to that a little bit later. I guess I'll stick all this in here. And put away the miscellaneous stuff. I was going to build another one, but it looks like I'm going to have to wait. Because I just need a whole lot more of this stuff. Put the wand away. There we go. Alright, so that's done. Oh, and a couple people pointed out that as I was working on the kettle, my first test to fill it like I was doing with the cauldron, using Steve's Factory Manager to take water from the infinite water source and output it to the kettle, that even though it looks empty, the Wayla says 1,000 of 1,000. If I log out and log back in, I see the water there. So it is just a graphical glitch. This does work. So I simplified the other system, which was a bit of a monstrosity. And we're back to the same sort of thing I had over there. I've got an input and output chest. I did add something to this line so that it picks up anything that's in the item valve, which means anything in front of it, and then puts it into the small chest. Then it takes anything from the large chest and sticks it out the input valve. I did say anything, right? Yeah, blacklist. And that's on a 2-second timer, so it'll wait 2 seconds after tossing something out. So things should go into the kettle and not get picked up by it. It's only when the kettle outputs something back that it'll pick it up, because it will have been there when the 2-second timer comes off. Haven't tested this yet. Haven't had something that I needed to cook up in the kettle. So I will be back when I've decided what I'm going to be back with. See you then. Well, I made it bigger. I went out hunting hobgoblins with my safari gun, and they're busy working away here. I've got 8 of them now. All hacking away at the cobblestone. I think they all are. This will not have a... he's just standing there for some reason. Hey, you get back to work. There he goes. Alright. Guess he was on a lunch break. They're not the most diligent of workers. And they're not the most rapid. But they get the job done eventually. And with that many of them working at it, this should go up pretty quick. So I'll let it go, and I'll be back a little bit later. Well, just a few hours later. Yeah, I had a kid who watched a lot of SpongeBob. All right, let's see how it's doing. It's doing pretty well. Almost got 3 stacks of the dust. So let's take this upstairs to our little trader guy. Up. Hopefully he's still here. He's still home. Good. Oh, just out of range. Alright. Oh, I need the gold. That's right. Gold. That. And actually we'll do this. Not the nuggets. This is a better deal. Oh, but I gotta do the nuggets first, huh? Oh, I can't do the nuggets either? Wait. No. I don't have 9. Why can't I do the other ones? That's a flaw. Alright, maybe if I do this, he'll change his mind about the early ones. No. Are these guys one-shots? Well, that'll suck. If you can only use them once. What if I pick them up and put them down again? Let's get out my Safari. Oh, I think the server is running a little... Oh, gosh. Here. Alright. You. Gotcha. Magnet off, magnet on. Now will you trade? Yes, okay, good. Round and round. Okay. And more. And more. And that's it. Oh, now I need the emeralds. Emeralds. So pick him up, put him back down if you want to get past. Oh, he slammed the door in my face. That's alright. I got what I wanted. I have 5 koboldite ingots. Of course, I only needed 4, and I needed 4 of the nuggets. I guess I can't go backwards, can I? Can these be nugget? Turn back into nugget? I can't. So now I have to wait for more to be made. Let's go check it. Yeah, the server must be running slow. Ooh. Very slow. What's he doing over there? I still have this koboldite pickaxe. I wonder if I give that to one of the little dudes, they'll run faster. Let's do it to this guy here in the end. Why not? I think I need to empty out my inventory and right-click him. Oh, crouch right-click. Yes, there we go. Now you take that. Oh, that. Turn off my magnet. Oh, no, you took it. Alright. That may speed up the dust for him, at least. Anyway, I'll be back in a moment when I've got enough dust to make the 3 more nuggets I need. Right? Yes, 3 more nuggets around a diamond to make the pentacle. And we'll see what that does to the table. Or altar. Be right back. Alright. Just got my 4th koboldite. After the scheduled server reboot. Things are also running a little bit better than they were a moment ago. I can actually come up here and get a diamond. Put away some of this other stuff. Actually, I'll keep that. We'll use that in a moment to make something else. So I want the pentacle. There it is, pentacle. The other thing you can use is koboldite for. Let's see, get the uses. We got the pickaxe. When I get enough of this, I'll outfit them all with pickaxes and see if it helps. This twisting band, I'm not sure what that does. If it's something I want. But let's make the statue of the hobgoblin patron. I can put that away. And the emeralds I don't need. And put away these. Alright, let's go down to the altar. It is at 10,275. Put the pentacle down. Oh, yeah. Shift right click. Whoa, times 10. I guess that's just... Okay, I guess times 10 is the speed at which it recovers. Let's find out. Let's get these guys doing something. What are they? Why did it stop here? Breath of the Goddess, Lapis Lazuli. Is that the right recipe? Breath of the Goddess, Lapis Lazuli, clay. Oh, I need 3 clay jars. It's just out of clay jars. Clay jars. Fill this back up again. It should now be running. It is. And it's not even making a dent. Okay, yeah, this thing is making it go so much faster that these things, I guess only the middle one is running. I wonder how many it can support without even going down a little bit. But it'll recover a lot faster now, so I can do everything a little bit faster. So, let's see. I've got icy needles. I've got 121,000 of the things. Let's see about brewing the... Is it sleep? No. Yeah, brew of sleeping. Whiff of magic, purified milk, cookie, icy needle, water artichoke, brew of love. Brew of love is golden carrot, poppy, whiff of magic, lily, cocoa beans, and water artichoke. Alright. Let me gather some of these materials up, and we're going to make a few of these brews of sleeping. So I'll be right back. Alright, I'm brewing up some of these brews of love, and I've got it automated. So what we've got here is a trigger with a condition. It's checking to make sure all the items necessary for this brew are in there. If so, it gets one, and only one, of each of those items from the chest and tosses them through the item valve, which drops them down into the kettle. We already have the program out here that fills up the liquids. I've disabled this one that just chucked everything in there that was in the chest. And this command group contains this particular recipe. So it's tossing the items in there. This one over here is getting bottles from the input chest and piping them into the kettle. That makes it use them, and you can see they're sort of mounted here on the side, uses them to make the potions. And then it takes from the inventory of the kettle, it pipes out anything that's in there, which is only going to be the finished brews. So it's going along. I think I put a half a stack of each in there, which should give me like a stack and a half of these love brews. More than I need. But hey, I do things in large batches. That's why I like the automation. So how are we doing here? Almost done. The next step is to make a half a stack of the... Oh, I also put on the witch's hat and robes. But now that I'm automating it, I don't really need them. That would give me more but I don't really care too much about resource usage in this case, so I'll just put them away. Alright, we're almost done. One left to go. Got lots and lots of these things. I have a little bit more than a half stack because I did make one batch by hand with the robes on, so I got 2 extras. So I can put some of these away for later use. And now I should have everything I need to make the brew of sleeping. Purified milk, whiff of magic. Let's see, purified milk, whiff of magic. The order doesn't matter here. Cookies, icy needles, cookies, icy needles. Brew of love, water artichoke. Brew of love, water artichoke. So let's set up this recipe together. So let's leave this command group. Make a new command group. That could be right next to it. Let's label this sleep. Oh, we'll keep it open. Go into it. All right. So on the trigger, we're going to check to see if the necessary ingredients are in the input chest. And those ingredients, I'm going to get them from my inventory. So .inv lets me see what's in my inventory. So purified milk, whiff of magic, cookie, icy needle, brew of love, and water artichoke. But we have to go back and tell them all. So right click it, click, click, right click, right click, 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 right click, click, click. So I told them all one of each. So if that is true, we're going to take, actually I didn't need to make those one of each. This is the one I need to make them one of each. Doesn't matter how many are in there. In fact, I need to clear out those one of each. Ugh. Mistake was made. So put these all back in. Pardon me if my voice is not up to its usual. It's not usual because I have a little bit of a cough, which is odd because that usually happens after I've had a cold, and I did not have a cold, so I don't know why I have this cough. But I'm sure I was bothering people when I went to see the new Star Wars today. Yeah, I'm a week late from when it came out, but I like slightly less crowded theaters. Not that this was any less crowded, but we got there early, so everything was good. All right, so it gets one of each, and it's going to output them to the item valve to be dropped into the potion. Then we need to put some bottles in there. So we got an input and an output. We're going to input from the input chest. We're going to get bottles. We're not going to say how many because it limits how many you can put in. And we're going to, output them to the kettle. All right. I'm not turning any of these on yet, not connecting them to their triggers. And the last thing is to get the whatever the kettle makes. So blacklist nothing. So everything is allowed to be pulled out and put into the results chest. I will hook that one up first. Then I will hook this one up. Then I will hook this one up. All right. So I need some bottles. I'll get a stack of them, I guess. Put everything in. Oop. Stop. I forgot to do the one thing I did before. 5-second interval on that. Nope, turn it back off. Because we've got a bad brew here. I think if you put... not quicklime, but what's the other? I'll just put the quicklime in. I don't know if that works over here as well, but we'll see. Nope. All right, so let's just break it. Whoa, no! Oh, man, I broke that, and now I've lost all my programs. Mean. Alright, I'll be right back after I fix everything. Alright, I didn't replace the love, but I did replace this sleep. I just have the ingredients insertion there. In the main, I just have over here, this puts bottles in, and this pulls out finished brews. So those are going to be the same for everything, so I put them out here. They're always running. But there's the group for sleep, and you can see there's already some bottles there. So now I can put the ingredients in. I did it again. I forgot. Thankfully, it's not... I forgot to put the water. Good, because I forgot to set the timer on this. Again. 5 seconds. Alright, and I do need one more out here, and that is the water. So create a liquid input and a liquid output. The input is the infinite water source, whatever's got in it, which happens to be water only, and the output is the kettle. Hook these up, and that should now be filled with water. It says so in the tooltip, in the Wayla, but it doesn't show it in the icons, but that's alright. Now, if I don't put in the last ingredient, nothing's going to happen. Put the last ingredient in, and every 5 seconds, it should toss ingredients in, and made 3 more sleeping potions. 3 more. So that should give me a stack and a half of these brews of sleeping. Alright. We're one step closer to what I'm going to be doing next, and that's going to the dream world. I still have this statue of the hobgoblin. Let's go show it to our little guy upstairs and see what he thinks of it. See, I'm going to put a little marble pillar. Sure, why not? Marble pillar there. There it is. So what do you think, dude? Come on out. Take a look. Nighttime may not notice. Do I have some torches of some sort? Oh yes, plenty. Let's torch up his place. He should eventually come out and worship at it. I thought it was supposed to look like whoever places it, but I guess it just looks like a Steve. Not going to worship? I'm not infused, so I can't get anything for it anyway. I think it replenishes that magic. But yeah, it's for later. And since I had the extra koboldite inglet, I thought I'd make it. Alright, so what's next? Oh yes. I mean, right now, I can grab some icy needles, plumph, sleeping potions, and I can run to the dream world. But if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it in a fun and, OP way, because I like doing things in the OP way. So, let me do some crafting, and I will be right back. Okay, I think we've got something that might work. I've not tried this, so we'll see. I'm here in the AE room. I've got a factory manager and a bunch of these little one-slot chests around it. And on top of that, this little pretty block is the player interface from Random Things. Right-clicking it just tells you it's connected to me. The sides represent these 3 rows of slots. The top represents, these slots, and the bottom, which is what's connected to the factory manager, represents my hotbar row of slots. Basically, it is a way to put things in and out of my inventory. So I've got a Steve's factory manager here. I've got a condition looking for redstone. And why is it looking for redstone? Because underneath here, I've got this wireless receiver hooked up to a toggle latch. So every time this gets a signal, it'll flip this switch on and off. Right now the on side is over here, and the off side is over here, so this red alloy wire is off. This is a redstone receiver attached to the bottom of the manager. So this is looking at that receiver, right here, for any sort of redstone signal. And if that's true, it goes into this flow splitter, so it does two different things. Let's do the shorter one first. The shorter one is just looking at 3 of those mini chests, taking whatever's in them, and putting them into the player interface on the side, which means it will go into my... Actually, I'm going to change that. Instead of the side, I want it to be my hotbar. So anything that's in those 3 chests will go into my hotbar. Over here, it's doing a condition on the player interface bottom, so that is the hotbar, to see if I have any icy needles. If I do not, if it's false, it gets from one of the mini chests 1 and only 1 icy needle and puts it to the player interface's downside, so it puts it into my hotbar. Now I've got some AE cable here. The only one that's active is this one here, which is filling this mini chest up with icy needles. But it's got a whole stack, so I don't expect that to run out anytime soon. So let's put that back down. So to see it in action, and I'll have to reset this when it's done. Let's say, let's put all this stuff into my inventory. And I'll stick this down here at the end. So when I... that is a problem. I don't want it to send this stuff to me until I am there. Well, as long as my hotbar is full, it should be fine. It can't send it to me until my hotbar is empty. Alright, so when I turn it on, poof, all these items appear in my inventory. This gives me access to a whole bunch more stuff, but I get some immediate things. I get the immediate icy needle, immediate angel ring, and immediate atomic disassembler. So I have a weapon, a defense by flying up, and an icy needle to wake myself up if I need to. And then more stuff in here, all my tools. And if I use an icy needle, it should replace it. Maybe it's checking my whole inventory. Get rid of it. Yeah, there we go. So if I use the icy needle, it gets put back. Alright, let's turn it back off. Put the icy needle away, and then reprime these 3 little chests with their respective items. Oh, I had it still on. Okay, there we go. And that one there. I can bring everything back down. Like so. I'm just going to spread those out. So now if I drink the brew of sleeping, all I have to do is turn this on, turn on the remote, drink a brew of sleeping. I'll be off to the dreamland, and as soon as I arrive, I'll have my new items. I think that's going to work. What am I forgetting? Oh, I wanted to check to see. I've got a dialing device. Do I have all the other parts for a portal? I don't know if it'll work remotely. Portal frame. I need the controller. There are other ways to get stuff to you, like one of these letters, but that would require somebody else being on the server at the time. I also have some my dark armor here, I think I've got some scale armor in one of the other tabs. Excuse me. Dialing device. I should separate this from everything else so I can find it. That is a filler. I've got some scale armor here as well. I have to clean this out. There's a lot of stuff in here I don't really need on a day-to-day basis. Oh, I have some tag lock kits in here. I don't need to carry them. Well, I guess I'll carry them around. Why not? Alright, let me get a few more things together and I'll be right back. Alright, I think we're ready. So, let's give it a try. And know what I did? I forgot to turn on the return thing. Kill me. Go ahead. Yeah, kill me. Fail first try. Alright, this time, push the button. The monkey pushes the button. Let's go again. Now, come on, oh. Ring. Ah. I went to the wrong menu to put on the ring. Alright. Try again. This time, start moving. Because he's right next to me. Let's see, he's got a height, right? Is there some height that he can't get under? Yeah. Nope, he can. Oh. How'd I die? Man, I'm going to go through these sleeping potions pretty quick. I just got to get my ring on. It's like... Where does the ring go? Baubles. There we go. B. Alright. Try it again. Oh. B. Oh, B. Oh, I've got it on. Oh, it came with me. What? Baubles come with you? Interesting. I did not know that. So I could have saved that. Anyway, I've got a weapon now. And I've got access to some armor. So let's get... Oh, there we go. Get up my dark armor. Put that on. Alright, let's go hunting for some of this stuff. Oh, I need my magnet. Can I kill you? Oh yeah, he has a long cooldown time. Oh, I do have another magnet in here, don't I? Where's my coin? There it is. Yay, another magnet. So let's find more of the wispy cotton. I can swing by and grab the ones that were here. What? How? My armor got knocked off. That's strange. Did I do that, or did him attacking me knock my armor off? It's a familiar-looking lake. You do come to basically the same place you began. So this is the same little lake. This is where my tower is. You can see I did a lot of landscaping. Yeah, let's do a F3A. There we go. Get a bit more of the wispy cotton while I'm here. Here's a nice field of it. We'll operate just above his reach, but within reach of the wispy cotton. That works pretty well. Except that magnet doesn't always work great. Ah, there's some. Yeah, getting flight is like the main thing you want to get if you want to bypass a lot of the struggles that the dream world presents. And hey, I'm all about making things a little bit easier on myself. That's what automation's for. Plus, just finding a way around these things is half the fun. Alright, so if I stand here, can you get me? Doesn't look like you can get me. Alright, so let's Icy Needle. Bing. Now all those things I had with me stay in that world, except the cotton comes back with me as disturbed cotton. That is as expected. Alright, next thing. Need to make something called the spinning wheel. There it is. So I need to make another attuned stone. And do I have the item frames in there? I do. There we go. A spinning wheel. This needs to be down by the altar, because it needs to be powered by the altar. So just put this... Where do I put this? I guess just there. Why not? Alright. We want to make a dream weaver of nightmares. So we need a splash potion of poison, diamond vapor, splash potion of night vision, the tormented twine. So this is what we're going to make. Disturbed cotton into tormented twine. Needs string and reek of misfortune. Misfortune I've got. So we'll keep 2 of that around. Excuse me. 3 of that around. Put this in here. This in here. Oh, and string. Oops. Again, for some reason T's don't work. Toss the string in. And that should spin all by itself. Nope. Let's turn that off. That puts away now? Yes, okay, good. Alright, that'll make the tormented twine. I will make the other potions and stuff, and I'll be right back. Alright, this should have... Yep, it does. More than enough for what I need. So let's make this. Alright, gotta do it by hand. That, these, and those. Alright, I have something wrong with the splash. Oh, that's a... Looks like an enhanced one. Let's get a... 22. I don't know what the difference is. We'll try this one. No. Oh, 6. 1:30 and 6. I got with 1:30, but I need the 6-minute version. Alright, so night vision, 6-minute version. Alright. There we go. Dreamweaver of Nightmares. Alright. I'm just going to go ahead and grab a stack of icy needles. Whoops. And put them into here. Since I will have that, I wonder if I keep things in this too. I may not have needed to. Let's grab something. An emerald. And drop it in there. So all I need to do is hang this somewhere. And this is where I do the drinking of the potion. And it should take me 50% chance. Non-nightmare. Non-nightmare. Good. There we go. That drops me right in the middle of the lake. I guess that's where I was standing. Underground. And here's where I left last time. So now, any of this stuff that I collect in this trip, no nightmare chasing me. I don't need the dirt. No nightmare chasing me. And any of the wispy cotton I collect will remain wispy cotton and not turn into the tormented whatever, or the demented, or whatever it is. The non-good stuff. Odds good stuff is good enough to get you the... oh, there's a whole bunch. To get you the one Dreamweaver. But all the other Dreamweavers require the good stuff. Add it here, yep. So I'm going to get a lot of this stuff since I've got a nice dream here. And I will be back for the return. So see you in a bit. I think I confused the game. Yeah, I did something I probably shouldn't have done. Though there's nothing saying you shouldn't do it. I mean, it seems legit. But it seems to have had some interesting side effects. I have a feeling if I log out, these guys will all go away. Yeah, you saw me getting the enhanced portals blocks set up. I did build a portal in the dream world. And I came home through the portal. And I got all my stuff back. As soon as I arrived here, a moment later, I found myself right here where he is. Oh, he must have been the one that was attacking me. And he's on my altar. Yeah, I returned right here. And I didn't see these guys at the time. So I flew over to this. Yeah, no, they weren't here. Alright, so I built the altar, I came through it, and I arrived here. This is where I drank the potion, so this is where I returned to. So I just put this thing down, I drank the potion. This is where I returned to. So I flew over here, dialed the dream world. I knew it was going to be dangerous, so I marked it as such. I dialed it up and went through. I'm not going to do it now. What I saw was a sunny void. I was not falling, but I couldn't see anything. And something started attacking me. I jumped up and started flying, and it stopped attacking me. But I had all my stuff. I had my armor. I had all my stuff, including the teleporter. So I used the teleporter. And it worked. It took me back to my spawn base, like the way it's supposed to. But when I came over here, there are now these ghost mobs all over my base. It's probably a case of... Anybody in here? Nope. It's probably a case of the server not knowing which dimension to put them in. Or it sent me the update of where the mobs were in the dream world after I had teleported back. And so it put them here, but they're not actually here. Oh, I got another stack and a half. That's doing well. So, yeah, don't use portals to go. You don't cheat to get over there. You really have to make the sleeping potions and do it properly. But thankfully, I got plenty of sleeping potions so I can get back and forth as much as I want. And I do have the wispy cotton. I also wanted to check to see... yep, there's the 14 I dropped into my... tablet here. The one tab, the one page that sends things back to my AE system. I dropped some of the wispy cotton in there and it came through okay. I wonder if that'll also work in a nightmare, in which case, even if I get a nightmare, I can still collect the wispy cotton. Alright, so, can use the wispy cotton with odor of purity. How much of that do I have? Pfft, lots. And, oh, it needs string too, probably. Yes, string. Oh. Cursor down here. There we go. String. Tease. Toss that in. And that will do its thing. Alright. Okay. I think that was a successful trip and an interesting test that was not so successful. So we won't do that again. It would be nice to find some way to get over there and back without taking the brew, but I guess there are things that are determined, like whether it's a nightmare or not, that changes the world based on other factors. So arriving by an alternate means is not going to run the right scripts or the right code, and just not going to make the world right. If anybody else has used a different technique, and there are so many different techniques to get back and forth between dimensions, if anybody's used something that does work, that'd be cool. You probably end up in a nightmare every time unless you set it up. No, even if you left this dimension near this thing, I don't know if it would make a difference. Yeah, you probably get a nightmare every time. Or at least 99 out of 100 times without the Dreamweaver. But now I can make one of the other Dreamweavers. I think. Well, I know I can, but I don't know if I need to make any of these. I don't know. Maybe just the nightmare one is the only one that helps improve the nightmares. I don't know if multiple of these will help. I'll have to give that a try. So anyway, we've got a nice fast altar with plenty of power. Cleaned up the automation on the kettle. Got the spinning wheel, been to the dream world, and got the automatic inventory set up to prep me once in the dream world. Now that I'm prepped, I'm fine. So now that I've got one of these things over there, I've got access to all this stuff no matter where I am. So if ever I want to get other things to the dream world, I just drop it in here and I've got it. So don't really need this anymore. In fact, I will go ahead and just turn it off. Doesn't need to run. All right. That's a good stopping point. More witchery done. The fun stuff, perhaps, is, getting to the dream world. Normally you would have... And there's more to do there. Normally you'd have to start playing from scratch in that world. But who wants to start from scratch in the middle of, a major game? I'd lose my tools and armor and weapons and resources And I have to get all that again? No, I'll bring it with me. You can take it with you in Minecraft. Alright, so me and my ghostly cohort here will say goodbye. See you next time. And you guys have given me some ideas of what to do. A few ideas. Not a lot. A few. The idea of using Railcraft for something seemed to have gone over positively. I was looking at Railcraft, and maybe there's not as much in there as I thought. And I do need to decorate this room at some point. I have to come up with some motif like I do for these other rooms. Either with the sort of generic motif these two rooms have, but no, it's Witchery. It should have a theme. Thaumcraft had the purple theme, and Pneumatic had the brick theme, so I need to come up with a theme here. I started thinking, something green and woody, so I got these Ukali wood planks that I chiseled. I sort of like these. It's an interesting green wood. That's what the little hobgoblin upstairs' house is made out of. I keep going around the wrong way. You worshipping me yet? Come on. Nope, not worshipping me yet. Alright, me and Non-Harry here are going to say goodbye. Oh, yeah, this is the Ukali wood. Yep. So, until next time, this is Nonsanity, signing out. Take care, be good, and see you next time.